If you're looking to add a little culture to your life, then look no further than downtown Northport and the Kentuck Arts Center. Art Night is coming up again very soon. And Shweta Gamble's here from the Kentuck Arts Center to tell me more about it. Shweta, thank you so much for being with us today.
Sure.
Now, Shweta, before we get started, let me ask you guys this really quickly. It used to be the Kentuck Museum. Now it's the Kentuck Arts Center. Is that right?
Well, our legal name is the Kentuck Museum Association, but we're not really a museum. We have rotating gallery spaces, and last year, before Jan left, we had a conversation about this and about how we just needed to brand ourselves as the Kentuck Arts Center so people knew what we did.
There you go.
But legally, we are the Kentuck Museum Association, but we refer to ourselves as the Kentuck Arts Center and the Kentuck Festival, because those are the two huge things we do.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up at Art Night this week. You said it's a massive one. It's
a massive one. If you've never been to Art Night, this is the one to go to. And if you've been to Art Night, this is still the one to go to. But it's basically going to have everything that we do. We normally have 2 exhibits. We have 3.
Wow.
We have a workshop, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. But we've got, in the main Avenue Gallery, we have Gary Chapman. He's a painting professor at UAB, but he's renowned.
Well,
really
before
good.
you do that, let's we've got some video. Here we go. Just tell us about what we're looking at, Shweta.
Okay. I'll tell you, this is the UA engineering students. This is the UA engineering students, and they are going to be doing a presentation on 3D printing. Have you ever heard of 3D printing?
Absolutely. There was some controversy a while back about people printing guns or gun parts with 3D.
Well, they're not going to be printing gun parts. If you look on this collage, the bug over there in the corner and at on the bottom in between the 2 figures, that's some examples of what they do with the 3D printing. And UA's got this printing lab. It's a big deal for them, and so they'll be showcasing what they do, and they'll have an exhibit of their work. We have Go Lightly. We'll be playing in the courtyard, playing live music.
Right.
And then we usually try to have live music at Kentuck on Art Night. We'll also be having cob oven pizza in the courtyard.
Fine.
And then this is really cool. We are going to have a metal casting workshop, and we're real excited about this because people come to the Kentuck Festival and they go to Sloss and make the scratch blocks, and they love it. And we haven't been able to offer something like that at the Art Center until now. So we're going to have Lee McKee from Tannehill doing the workshop. $45 for a bowl or a platter, and $15 for a tile.
Okay.
Okay, this is Barry Weisinger. He's one of our emerging full moon artists. He was actually in prison for 30 years.
Oh my goodness.
And while he was in prison, he learned he loved art, but he used what he had to make art, which was pen and copy paper. So his art is made out of pen, tissue, and copy paper.
And there's an example of your 3D printing you were talking about.
Yes, that's 3D printing, and they'll explain a little more about what they're doing with that at Art Night. This is Lee McKee with the Tannehill Metalworks, and he'll be the one that is facilitating that workshop. And if you come and make a bowl or a platter or a tile, you can pick it up the following Thursday at the Kentuck Arts Center.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he's not out there performing some arson crime.
No,
but what is this? These are so weird. Yeah, I'm sorry, they are. I was like, what in the world?
Okay, this is a cool project called the Helmet Project. It's by painter Gary Chapman. He is a UAB painting professor, but he did a series of 12 portraits after 9/11. And these are inspired by 9/11. And he is going to give a talk at 5:30 and at 7 that night to explain this project. But the gist is he's done these kind of realistic but not helmets that have ambiguous functions, and it's all about kind of how our world got shaken at 9/11. And you know, you can look at it, he'll explain it, but you can look at it and take from it what you take from it. But he's a fantastic painter. He's an Alabama master. He's going to be touring this exhibit for the next 3 years. And at the end of the exhibit, the stuff will be put into a book. But he takes these 12 portraits and he installs them in different areas and gets photographs them in abandoned places. And that will be up on Exhibit 2.
All right, super. Shweta, thank you so much.
Sure.
Art Night is Thursday, March 7th at the Kentuck Art Center. The fun starts at 5 p.m. You can find out more by calling 205-758-1257 or online at kentuck.org.